Welcome to the Whiskey Chasers, where we talk about our passion for whiskey and its history, either amongst ourselves or while interviewing distilleries, all while enjoying a glass. I'm Steve.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Chris.
Please enjoy responsibly while enjoying this week's episode of the Whiskey Chasers. We're going to Sun Bear with this one?
We're going Sun Bear.
The sad news, the last one that you did, this the dog.
Junkyard.
Yeah, we opened that brand new last time. And you could hear the hiss. It wasn't as good, thankfully. It wasn't as good as the one that we did for, gosh, I just edited it. It was...
Fire and Flask?
Nope. It was the one right after Fire and Flask. It was Jimmy Red.
Which one did we open?
I don't know what it was.
Was it that black? Was it the Frigate?
It was like a can of pop.
Might have been the Frigate.
It sounded like a can of pop, and it was
a good one.
It was real good.
This one's not gonna have. It might have a good hiss, but those were older than this one. This one's only got 5 years, a little over 5 years of age on it. I'm trying to remember.
You've gone through a can or two of that.
We have, and I think we've had it on the podcast.
Blockade Runner is what we had with.
It was Blockade Runner.
That's what we did with the Jimmy Red.
The Jimmy Red. So that's the other one we lost. No, we
got that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
What I'm trying to figure out, the full Virginia Flake, did we lose that one?
What was the other bottle that we did
Bullet?
that we lost?
Bullet. I don't think we would have smoked full Virginia Flake with Bullet. I think that must have been on a different one. Steve will tell us.
I feel like you did one that you've already had before for Bullet.
I'm sure I did because it's Bullet.
Bullet 10 year. We did Black Point,
Okay.
but jail piece.
Yeah. Okay. Not a huge loss there.
Yep.
Black Point was good. I think it had some cigar leaf in it, but I think we've actually done that on the podcast before. I don't think that was the first time doing Black Point. I can't remember. But anyway, today we're doing something special. It's one of the tins I've had cellared away. This stuff is sought after. This is the first iteration of Sun Bear. I believe this is the first one. After this, they came out with another one. Black Locust.
Okay.
I think is what it was. And then they just recently came out with another one that sold out in about a minute and a half.
A minute and a half?
Yeah. People were all upset because they couldn't get their hands on it. But that one was a Navy Flake. But what they do with this Sun Bear is the head blender, Jeremy Reeves. He's a blender for Cornell and Deal. He has on the side, kind of like you, Steve, he keeps bees.
Okay.
So he's got his own local honey that he does. So he had an idea one time to pull out some special leaf, and blend it up. And then he added some unique tequila. I'll have to see what it says on here. I can't remember what it's called, but he added tequila and then he added his own honey. So this is literally one of a kind.
Yeah.
And then they always do limited runs. This one they only did 8,000 cans when he did this one.
Wow.
And it, like I said, it's sold out. This one's 5,658. We're going to pop it. But this has got 2014 Basma leaf, 2013 Izmir. So for these special releases, these small batch releases, they'll use leaf that has been sitting around for a while and it's limited quantity. And like when it's gone kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So almost like if you can think of a orphan barrel. They got stuff sitting around like this is going to be gone. What can we use it for? So that's what he does. This one is a blend of fine red and bright Virginias, balanced by the Basma leaf from the 2014, Izmir leaf from 2013. Sun Bear commends itself with subtle notes of South Carolina garden-grown honey from the personal beehives of Jeremy Reeves. There you go, head blender. See, they drizzling of silver tequila and elderflower. That's what it was.
Oh, elderflower.
Yeah, for a natural, refined tasting tobacco and underlying swashbuckling boldness. Sun Bears. So it goes on and on. But pretty unique pipe tobacco, and it's a non-aromatic. Like this is not considered an aromatic pipe tobacco.
Right.
But you got tequila, you got elderleaf, you got honey, you got very special choice tobacco. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
We've smoked this before. It's been a while. I still have.
Yeah, we got some like
6 or
way
7
back at the
tins.
start of the podcast.
Yeah,
It's
way
like-
back in the
Yeah,
day.
like
So yeah, it's been a while since we've had it, and I wanted to give it a shot. So, ooh,
ooh,
That's
that was
not bad.
nice.
that one was a good one.
Sounded good.
Oh, it's aromatic. You can smell it. Oh yeah, it smells great. I think it's. I mean, then again, this has got age on it. Last time it didn't. So
Right. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
really smells great. This might be quite an experience. See, I always like to, after I pop these, I mean, obviously I got to smell it myself, but then I like to see Nick's reactions because he likes to smell this stuff.
Crazy sniffer.
He's got the crazy sniffer because it's like
Our room note expert.
he does, yeah, because he doesn't smoke it, but he really enjoys the smell of it,
Yeah.
but both burning and non-burning.
You get a lot of that honey and the elderflower.
You do, yeah.
I don't get the tequila, but I get that elderflower and that honey.
Yeah, you really get the elderflower. I almost wonder if the tequila is working so well with the elderflower that it's combined. But that actually makes me wonder if that would be a fantastic little finish on a bourbon or a rye.
Elderflower?
A tequila / elderflower.
Oh.
Because I feel like the tequila would add the kind of those agave nuances, which is almost that kind of burny kind of.
But the elderflower would kind of round it out.
It would round it out. Yeah. That would be an interesting pairing. I mean, it's an interesting pairing to begin with, but that would be interesting. Okay, and it's kind of a broken flake.
You know, it'd be even more
I'm gonna
interesting.
rub it out.
Do extra añejo tequila
Yeah,
finished in elderflower
decor. Yeah,
liqueur. Like,
yeah.
can you do barrels? Like,
Why not? That
I've
would be
never heard of
interesting.
aged elderflower.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, they really have a whole lot of tequila finished in anything.
Yeah.
They have some things, but you just don't think. I mean, that's a great combination: elderflower and tequila. I mean, I almost feel like if there's not a cocktail already, there should be one. Just mixing the two.
That could be like
With
a
something.
tequila sunset instead of a sunrise.
Tequila siesta. Midday little midday nip.
A little midday action there.
What are you reading over there?
I was
Steve?
reading the back of High West. Our bottle today is High West whiskey, the American Prairie bourbon, a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. High West does not distill, as far as I know. I don't think they distill any of their stuff.
They
Do they now?
They do now.
Oh, nice.
Some of
Okay.
their stuff.
That bottle
This one is
old,
not.
so probably
Yeah.
not. That one's been sitting on the shelf for a while.
There's another reason why this one is not and will not.
Right.
Oh, so this one still is not.
Yes.
Yeah.
They even made a point on their website to say artwork has changed, but the mash bill and recipe is still the same.
Yeah.
They're not going to change that. So they're still sourcing.
They
for
changed
this.
the artwork on this one.
The new bottles.
Yeah,
I
the new
guess are-
versions of it. Yeah. But I was reading the back of this, and this is a really cool bottle that we're doing right now because a couple weeks ago I went to Kentucky with my in-laws and my family over there, my wife's family, and with this trip, we split up the vehicles a little bit, and I rode with my father-in-law the whole way down. So it was like a 6-hour drive with just me and him, which is by far the longest time the two of us have spent alone together. So, got to know each other pretty well.
Not very many bathroom stops, kind of quiet.
Lots of bathroom
Okay,
stops,
all right.
but
He's older. He's probably got no
Okay,
bathroom
all right.
stops.
That's fair.
Yeah, traveling is different when you get older. But on the way though, he likes to listen to his podcasts and stuff. Also, he usually goes down the conspiracy theory route, or political stuff and all that.
Earth is flat or round?
A lot of aliens. A lot of
Okay.
aliens.
Ancient, what was
A lot
it
of
called?
ancient
Ancient
aliens.
aliens or whatever.
Yeah. Lots of that kind of stuff. We align in a lot of stuff. He's a little wackadoodle when it comes to some of that kind of stuff. But when we were going, he also likes his history and all this. And so I was like, there's this new podcast put out by Meat Eater, which is a great podcast network with lots of cool stuff.
Meat Eater?
Meat Eater. Yep. They have a series on Netflix and stuff too. It's like a hunting and fishing kind of podcast. But they've started this Western University series kind of thing where they're going through a lot of the history of the West. And they did a whole episode on the pronghorn antelope.
Steve, I'm kind of disappointed
Yeah.
because I was really hoping that you had that story of like, hey, let me show you this new podcast. It's called The Whiskey Chasers.
Oh, he's already a fan of us. He's already on board.
The pronghorn?
The pronghorn, yep.
Is it from America? Is it American?
It is.
Okay.
It's America / Mexico, South America. It's all in the Western Hemisphere. It is a weird animal that is very, very unique because it has no living relative. So, like humans,
wait, sorry, no living
Like
relative.
it never evolved from something.
so it has, but all the other iterations are long gone. So 5,000 years ago, there were 4 or 5 versions of the pronghorn, and those other versions have all died out. So we call it an antelope, but that's technically not true. It's closer to a giraffe in terms of its actual like genetics, which is weird.
Are they big?
They're not big. They look like an antelope. They look like a deer.
jackrabbit,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
But they are incredibly fast. They can go 65 miles an hour, and they have their lungs and stuff are huge, so they can go 65 for like 2 or 3 miles. So it's not like a cheetah that can book it to about that speed for 30 seconds.
Because lions go after antelopes, but
Right.
not these ones.
Not these ones. These guys have no natural predators because of their speed.
What do they eat? Grass?
Yeah. They're like eat grass or whatever else.
How come we never trained them like we do like dog sleds? Instead, we did the wagons. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, they're not very strong.
oh, okay.
So they can't really pull stuff.
Why don't we really like use those instead of horses?
Right.
Well, they can't pull stuff. They're not strong. They don't have any. They can't
Strong
hold weight.
maybe strong enough.
In a pack, I mean, we can get them in like 10, 12 packs, you know?
Get them some steroids.
This podcast went into a whole bunch of cool stuff about why they still do that, because it's kind of weird that they do that because there's no predators that can do that. So so why can they still do that?
Right.
Because there's no reason
Why
for that
haven't
to
they
be a thing
evolved to do? Yeah.
to like back that off. So they're kind of they're actually programmed to fight predators that are long ago extinct. So it was a cool little podcast on that front. But he started the story with Liz watching a pronghorn going next to his car at 45, 50 miles an hour or so. And then he beelines it and he sees a fence. And instead of jumping over the fence, he dives, goes sideways, and goes through the barbed wire fence. It's super hardcore. So the pronghorn is a super cool animal. And like humans, it doesn't have another ancestor that's still alive. And so we people say monkeys or whatever, but that's still not really another version of a human. That's
Do we
another
hunt these
a
things?
thing. We do. Yeah, we do eat them.
We eat them.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was just for like
we used
show.
to.
Like
We did
game.
at one
Okay.
point.
Maybe that's why they're so fast.
Poachers or whatever.
Right. Yeah. So because they don't have any predators and stuff, they became a pretty big part of the market hunting of ages ago.
We got to depopulate.
Yeah, Lewis and Clark were the first people to document them and watch them and stuff, and they had similar
Just feels
herd
like
sizes.
something that would be in like Africa.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But it's in
They look
America.
like African animals.
Where are they at?
They're all throughout the West here and down into Mexico and stuff.
So more drier climate?
Yeah, drier.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, not mountain climbers or anything. They're prairies.
But they're on the front of the bottle.
They are on the front of this bottle, and I was reading the back of this. Part of the money is donated to a preservation area that supports longhorns and bison and all that stuff out west.
Do we train them?
We do not train
We gotta
them.
train them.
We just let
hear
them
me
do
out.
their
We
thing.
gotta train them.
If you got like 12 of those and hooked them up to a wagon back in the day, that's way better than like Balto and his team of sled dogs.
I mean, think of how quick people would have gone across the Oregon Trail.
Just think of it. Would you think about
Just
it?
think about it. I mean, come on.
So that was just kind of cool. That way, I just learned about a whole bunch of stuff about the pronghorn, and then this bottle is going to go to help protect them. So that's kind of cool.
Well,
multiple ways.
Whenever you're done
Yeah.
fondling that bottle, I will pour
Oh, I'm
some.
sorry. Did you guys pour some?
Yeah,
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were just looking at it today.
If you want to keep going for a little bit, that's fine. But whenever you're finished,
Didn't realize I was holding up the bottle. My bad.
you want to hand it back to you?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. No, I think I got everything I needed.
Got
off
all
of
your
it.
feels in, huh? It is cool. Anybody
is
that's
cool.
ever drank or seen High West, their bottles
Such a cool bottle.
are so High West. You know what I mean? Like they're so west.
What does that even mean?
Out west, old west.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood, hang 'em high, shoot 'em up, 6 guns. You know what I mean? Like it's just there. It's like almost looks like
It should be in a saloon.
it's like old glass. Like it's got the chips and the bubbles and stuff in it. I wouldn't even call it hand blown. It's just like old like sea glass that's like not like full of imperfections.
Yeah, it's kind of speckled almost. Like the glass is
it's very
speckled.
speckled and kind of gritty, and it's got like a beechwood top. Although it's probably not beechwood, but it looks like
It
beechwood.
does. It looks like it. Mhm.
And an old wanted poster looking label. It's exactly what that looks like an old
It does.
wanted poster. That Wyatt Earp would serve. So it's just very cool looking bottle. They make good products. Now they make their own.
Some
Right.
of their stuff.
Some of their stuff, not
So-
this one.
This one, they were very clear that they are not changing on their website.
Out of
they even
all
said.
of them, this is the one that they're keeping the way it is.
Yes. So they made a note to say they've recently updated their packaging, but the whiskey inside hasn't changed. And this one, they say it's a blend, right?
Yeah, it says American Prairie, carefully blend of straight bourbons at least 2 years old, sourced.
It's all sourced, yes. So they got one. They have a straight bourbon, 75 corn, 21 rye, 4 barley from MGP. They have an 84 corn, 8 rye, 8 barley, and they won't disclose where that's from because they're contractual
Obligations.
reasons. Yeah.
Which is interesting because it has some MGP aspects to it, but not enough to be like, that's MGP. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so they could possibly be making some of their own stuff and putting it in here, but the blend isn't
I
changing.
feel like if they were,
You'd want to put that,
I
right?
want to put it on there. Yeah. But I think it's interesting that they take 2-year-old bourbons and they're blending them together. It's great for 2 years old.
It is. This is their cheapest bottle, I think, that they do.
It's the only one
He
that's
says
like
what, 37, something like that.
38, yeah, 38 with
$38
tax maybe.
and it's just their bourbon offering.
Just
right?
their bourbon,
straight
yeah.
bourbon,
Yep.
because they do a lot of others.
They do. They do a lot of ryes. They do a lot of whiskeys.
They do a lot of one-offs too.
They do a single malt, and yeah, a lot of one-off finishings and that kind of stuff.
When they first started, they did the rye bourbon and the campfire. Those are the only 3 that I remember seeing of High West when they first got their start. And the campfire was the most expensive one they did, which it sounds like it'd be great for this series.
Yeah, the campfire sounds good.
Sounds great. It's wonderful, but it's not a camping bottle.
Not. It's campfire. Like,
It is
the
campfire.
thing you want to drink to remind you of camping. You don't want to
Yes.
actually drink it while you're camping.
Yes. And their rye is really good, but I think this is perfect for
This
camping.
is good. Yeah.
The campfire has some scotch in it. Is that right?
Yes. Yep. It's a blend of whiskeys and then some scotch too. So some scotch whiskeys, American whiskeys.
Yeah. Right. So if you can't get camping, that's when you have a campfire to remind yourself of the camping.
Of the camping.
But
Yeah.
you don't take that camping. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just 80. Actually, it's pretty flavorful for 80. Again, you're getting a good amount of flavor for something that's not too high proof, which is what you want for a camping whiskey.
That's what I was going to say. It's not proofy, but it has a lot of flavor to it.
It could be all of the aesthetic of the bottle, but I just feel like this is great for like if you were camping in the desert and it's like super cold at night, and you got like a serape kind of a blanket,
A what? What's a serape?
Like a poncho sort of deal a little bit.
It's like the multicolored pattern, that Western pattern.
Yeah. Like
and-
the good, the bad, the ugly. When
Yeah,
he's
it's a
wearing that
serape.
thing. That's
yeah, it's
So
like
what's the difference
it's like a
between that and a
blanket with a
poncho?
hole in the middle. It's basically a Mexican blanket with a hole in the middle that you stick your head through. It's literally all it is.
Poncho's waterproof? Is that the only difference?
You know,
Or?
poncho, that was a poncho, but now ponchos are like waterproof. But like a serape, a poncho, they're like kind of the same thing, kind of the same idea. But it's got that, I don't know, what do you call that pattern?
Aztec-y?
Yeah,
kind of?
Native American of some sort.
I used to know the name for that. I think there's a name
there
for
is
it.
a name for it, but I don't know what it is.
But it's the pattern. If you've ever seen those cheap Mexican blankets that are actually fantastic, it's that
The,
pattern.
like woven blankets or
Yeah.
whatever that you get it for like $10. They're really cheap, but they're great.
They're great. It's like that aesthetic with the turquoise and the sand and the desert and the cactus and it's like that kind of camping, like out west, I feel like. But this goes along with that, you know.
Falso blankets. That's what they're called. Yep.
Is serape the name of the pattern?
Mexican blankets.
I wonder if serape is the name of the pattern.
Heavy weaved. Yeah, it might be. Or Saltillo blankets. That's my best Mexican. Saltillo.
Close.
I don't
Sure.
know.
Why not? Yeah. I feel like the little bit of tequila in this still kind of goes along with that. In the pipe. Yeah.
I also like how in this campfire camping kind of thing that we got going, a lot of our bottles or in our heads, the things that we're looking for are Western. Yeah. They're not Southern, they're Western. Yeah. So it's very much the cowboy motif.
Yeah, which is interesting.
And that's, you know, when I'm thinking of camping, a lot of times I'm not camping out west. I mean, you can, but like you can also camp here or
in Ohio
or south or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, you can camp out on the East Coast.
You can camp anywhere.
Yeah, you can. A buddy of mine just got back from beach camping. He didn't recommend it.
Didn't recommend.
No,
I wouldn't
because he was like sand was everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just the wind's blowing. He goes in your tent. He's like, it's in your food. It's because he like legit beach camped and he's like, I don't recommend it. I was like, yeah, you can't really go anywhere to cool down either. You know, like I mean, in the water, I guess. But then, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I just feel like there's no shade. You know, like
right. And I am not a beach guy.
I like the beach, but not for camping.
No, I am a like I will go to the beach, but I have no interest in sitting on a beach.
I will do it with a glass.
I want to go camping, or I want to go in the water. I want to go swimming, scuba diving. I can't surf. I've never tried surfing, but I would. It is in the water. I like it. On the beach, I'm just sitting there cooking. I don't really want to do that. So,
yeah, I can do it. I'm a beach bum, but my thing is, and I could do it for 8-10 hours. I really don't care, especially as long as I have my beach hat. I'm good to go. But when I'm done, I'm done. And I want to go take a shower, and I want to be in the air conditioning for the rest of the night. And I don't want to have sand follow me into the room, which is almost impossible. Right.
Exactly.
Like it's really almost impossible. But I could be on the beach. I could be a beach bum. I mean, I smoke cigars out there, and because I mean, good luck smoking a pipe. I've tried it. Don't do it. You can't. But you can smoke cigars. And we normally have like a whole tumbler full of whiskey. And then honestly, with my beach hat, it's such a wide brim. It's like you have your own shade. Mm-hmm. If you get too hot or you got to take a leak, you just go out in the water.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not. Yeah. Then if you can, hopefully you can walk down to a little spot and grab yourself a couple of fish tacos and maybe a pina colada, and
there you go.
Mosey your way back to your beach chair and continue, rinse and repeat until you can barely stumble back to your room, take a shower, get some food, and call it an evening. You know, it's a good time. I like the beach, but I don't want to camp out on there.
Right. No. Yeah.
But I almost feel like camping, going back to camping in the desert, right? That's sand as well. I just feel like that'd be different because it's got to be like less breezy. There's no water involved. It's dry. That stuff probably doesn't even stick to you. Right. Because it's so dang dry. Yeah. You know, I've never really, but I've been in New Mexico. I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time on the beach. Or not the beach, but the desert. Mm-hmm. And I kind of wanted to. I just think that would be cool. I have a feeling I would enjoy the desert. Because I did like New Mexico. I was like, this is my kind of, and I've never been to Arizona, but I'd like to go. Yeah. I feel like I could be out west. It's my kind of vibe. And it's dry heat, man. I don't sweat out there.
Like we make fun of it here in Ohio, but when people say, "Oh, it's dry heat, so it's okay," that's true though. Like
it is true.
When I was working out in Colorado and stuff, like I was in a flannel shirt in 80-degree weather, and I was fine. Like it was such a different.
You could wear boots and jeans and not feel like I'm sweating my ace off. Yeah,
right.
But here, like it gets 80, 90 degrees, and you're like, I am dying. I'm melting into a puddle. Then also at night, it's like effing freezing over there. So you almost get like both seasons every day.
Yep. When I was in Colorado, I was there for the summer, and multiple times pipes froze at night because of how cold it gets at night. And I had a coat on in the morning every morning. Like it is different on how fast the weather changes throughout the day.
Dude, I would sit out and drink my coffee in the mornings and smoke my pipe in New Mexico. And it was awesome because it felt like a crisp, almost winter day, which if you've ever sat out and, had your coffee out on the porch, like in that, it's like the perfect time of year for that. It's not that cold, but it's kind of frosty.
Yeah.
And, you got a hoodie on or whatever. That's such a great time to be sitting out smoking a pipe and drinking a cup of coffee.
For sure.
Then by the afternoon, it's like summer. It's just great.
Yeah. You get fall and summer in the same day. It's great.
Same day. And there's like not that many bugs out there.
There really isn't. Not near as many bugs. And High West is based out of Utah. And so I think it's based out of Salt Lake.
I think so too.
But maybe Park City. But either way,
what's the difference?
Yeah, they're in different cities.
Okay,
so both in Utah though.
Okay, all right.
Are they close by each other though? Or?
Like semi-close. I mean, when I was out in Utah, we were pretty close to Park City. They're probably like an hour apart.
Oh, okay,
like so
that's not bad.
Close, but not not like a subdivision. Like they're both big cities.
That's pretty close. Closer than Toledo.
Right.
Yeah. Founded in 2006 by David Perkins and his wife Jane. David was a biochemist, so he did a lot of chemistry.
Look at the
that
big
kind of
brain
thing.
on Brad.
I know it, right? But he got the idea because he went to some distilleries in Kentucky and we're like, hey, this distilling process is not that far off from fermentation or anything else that he was working on.
And there's really nothing out there, like distillery wise, even at that time.
Yeah, not a lot.
Kind of an untapped market.
Yeah.
Well, because Salt Lake's,
Utah's pretty dry.
Utah's pretty dry.
Like the Mormons.
Mormons.
Yeah,
Exactly.
There's a lot of
I don't
Mormons
think
out there.
Mormons drink, do they?
Mormons do not drink. So, and a lot of Utah is pretty much controlled by the Mormon church. So most people in Utah are Mormon by like a pretty significant
like
margin.
85% of the population.
Yeah, it's pretty hefty. And it's a weird place for a lot of reasons. Utah's a weird place. All because of the Mormons.
But I've heard it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is incredibly beautiful.
A lot of the salt we get in the world comes from Utah.
It does.
Probably from the lake.
Yeah, the Salt Lake.
No, they're underground.
The city's nearby.
There's like underground salt caves and stuff. Yeah. Redmond salt. That's
Redmond, you said?
Redman's. Yeah.
Redmond salt.
Redmond salt. Yeah. Some people say, going back to the conspiracy theories, some people say that that's from giants.
From
Redmond
giants?
salt?
Yeah, all salt.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Because why? Yeah.
If you
From
ever
their
look
just
tears?
crumbling up rocks,
if you look,
stepping on them?
if you look at this is a wild one.
Yeah.
If you look at the photos of what salt looks like, the salt stones that they cut out of, and like big slabs of meat, it looks the exact same. And meat, actually, like flesh, like meat, like animal or human or whatever, will eventually, when it petrifies, be like salt. Like it is salt. You almost couldn't tell the difference at a certain point when it petrifies. Yeah. So the whole giant thing, there's all these things about giants back in the day, all this stuff. But if you look at these caves, there's a lot of these caves that literally look like you're inside like the rib cage of a giant human being, and they're like carving these big chunks of salt, and you really can't tell. And they look like parts of different muscles and things. Yeah. It's pretty wild when you look at it.
Is the argument that the salt cave is a giant?
Yes.
Okay.
And that they are walking around inside a giant, and there's multiple giants that died or whatever. They're walking around inside a petrified giant.
Okay.
And they're basically we're just eating their salt. But it's weird. I mean, do I believe it? No. But like when you watch when you look at the videos and you watch the videos and you look at the photos, it actually is quite compelling.
Yeah.
And I will say that it does look 100% like meat, like 100% like.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Like it's so weird.
It's
like there's
dried,
veins and
so
there's veins and tendons and all. Like it looks like, other than the fact that it's rock hard, it looks like meat.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You should pull up a photo of it and you'll be like, oh.
All right. I will look that up.
It's very interesting.
I like a good conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, and they're all over the place out there.
I don't believe basically any of them, but they are fun
with
to
the
like
exception of
play
the world
around
being
with.
flat, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
there's
everybody
no
knows
question
that.
there.
There's no question the world is flat. I'm not even questioning that. We all know that is
Right,
the
that's
case.
fact.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fact. Everything else, I don't know. But
yeah. High West though started really small. Only a 250 gallon still, and saloon. That's how they started out.
And
they,
a saloon.
They did a still in saloons. They kind of did use our idea from Tin Cup.
yeah, they were like, let's go with our aesthetic. Yeah, let's
in
do
a
it.
in a historic livery stable and
Good for
garage.
them.
So yeah, that
Do they still have it up and running? You think?
I don't know if they have that location up and
They
running,
should,
but
man.
they do have distillery tours and stuff.
Destination Distillery. What are you looking at? I'm not crazy, right?
I didn't realize it was red to begin with.
Oh yeah, it looks like me.
I thought salt was white or clear.
No.
Or pink from the Himalayas.
Yeah, but this one's red. Yeah.
It's Redmond salt. Yeah, Red Man's the giant. It's the man's.
Oh, the
Salt,
red
yeah.
man. All
Red
right,
man salt.
got it. So are
See,
they
they
giant
even knew.
Indians?
Huh?
The giant Indians?
Right. Maybe.
Is that why they're giant redmen?
Well, the thing is, if they were that big, they could just take one step and go to pretty much any country they wanted to, right?
Right.
So I mean,
Yeah,
or
if caves are the body of a giant, that's a pretty big giant.
well, have you seen the big photos of the trees that the giants cut down to? Have you heard about this?
like the red, like the
ripped up, or
like the red oaks.
There's these big massive
on
like
this.
tree stumps
Yeah.
throughout the world that they don't look like they're petrified. Again, petrified wood or not, but they what they look like is massive mountains that have been cut down. They look like tree. Like there's no disguise. If you Google this, they look like these big massive tree stumps, like massive, like so big like they would reach into outer space, right? But the thing about this was supposedly in the Bible, and I haven't looked into this, but supposedly there's some verses that talk about the angels were sent to the earth to cut down the trees, or the giants, or somebody cut down the trees right before the flood, so no evil could escape the flood, basically.
Okay.
So there's all,
And that's what Noah's Ark was made out of. That's why it's so big.
so if you look into it, it's kind of like a thing. Do I believe it? No. But if you look at these things, if they're not tree stumps, I mean, I don't know what they are. They do look like, and they were so big, like the size of Dublin could fit on a tree stump. Like that's
Okay.
how big these things
Yeah,
are.
yeah. Okay. So like your plateaus in like deserts and stuff, or
but
something
some
like
of them,
that. But-
again, if you look at the photos, you're like, if that's not a tree stump, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Because they do look like there's knots and everything else, and there's like the circle, like they had to have been. But that begs the question: say they are tree stumps, who could cut that down?
Yeah.
Other than these giants, right, or something else. But they were saying these giants existed because they cut down these tree stumps. So.
Right.
Lots of
Well, we're
determination.
going to research this, and we're going to start a spin-off episode.
Where did the axes go? I mean,
That's the real
that's
question.
a big ass axe.
Where's the saw?
Yeah, there's a big axe laying around there
I'm
somewhere.
not even
like-
worried about the tree anymore. I want to know what it was cut down with and where it went.
But anyway, going back to High West here. Yeah. So they've been around since the 90s. Is that what you said?
2006.
Oh, close
2006.
enough.
Yeah,
Close
yeah. So yeah, basically the 90s.
Basically the 90s.
Since the 90s. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Now they did make what I've heard you guys describe as probably one of the best finishings you've ever had.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay, which
When
was
did
a
that come out, I
dry
wonder?
vermouth.
I'm so
Finish.
upset that I finished mine and I can't
I'm so
find
upset
it.
they quit making it.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, so they quit making it, but there's several rumors that they've come out with different finishings that they partner with different other companies that compare to Yippee-ki-yay. One of them being Casa Noble is a tequila company, and they just came out with the second release of it. It's some of the barrels are finished in, first it's a blend of MGP rye and their rye. So High West rye is 80 rye, 20 barley. MGP is 95.5. So they blend those two. Part of the blend was then finished in Ambrano wood, and the rest was finished in Casa Noble tequila barrels. And then they put that together. They do one now once a year with Prisoner wine, called the Prisoner Share.
High West does this?
Yep. So it's called Prisoner Share, and it's finished in Prisoner wine barrels. That's really hard to get your hands on, but I've heard is fan-flippin-tastic. I feel like they've done a few others.
I just feel like there's and I've said it before, but I think more people should use dry vermouth.
This
as
one
a
was
finishing.
Did they do dry and sweet vermouth for the Yippee-Ki-Yay?
They might have.
I thought it was just dry.
I think
It
it,
was
might
two
have been
different.
just dry.
It was two
though.
different types of vermouth barrels, but I don't know if it was two types of dry vermouth barrels that they did it in. But I'm pretty sure theirs was two different types of vermouth that they finished it in, which is fantastic.
It was so good, and it was one of my favorite bottles of all time.
The only thing that Chris and I have had that came close to it was Two James does a rye finished in sweet vermouth barrels.
Yeah, that one is so
That's
on my
the
list to
only
get to.
the only other one that has ever compared to Yippee-Ki-Yay.
You know, I have no Two James in my collection, and I
Really?
want.
That's so
I
sad.
really want to. Like, it's one of my favorite distilleries.
That's
actually,
a Michigan distillery,
yeah,
right?
Detroit. Yeah.
which I mean, probably the absolute best thing to ever come out of Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's really saying something because there's not much.
Even Journeyman? Even better than Journeyman?
Well, I said one of the best. I'm not the
Okay.
best.
Come on.
There's not a whole lot about Michigan I like, but those two places for sure.
As an Ohio-born person, I really like Michigan. So
You
there's lots
kind
there
of
I
got
like.
upset with us for a hot minute that we bashed Detroit as much as we
I was
did.
pretty upset about it. not because Detroit's a great city. I think if I
No one fought
remember
for
right, if I remember right, my defense of Detroit was not super good.
Nope.
It wasn't, and you kind of conceded at one point. You're like,
Yeah.
well,
It's just it's a cool art city but it's just a little rough. But
I remember saying, like, you know that little white speck on top of chicken shit? That little
Awful
white
pretty.
speck is chicken shit too. Something to think about.
but the western side with
Well,
all
the
the
western
lakes.
side, yeah.
But going back to vermouth,
I think High West is great for camping. Their bottles are, in my opinion, fantastic for packing.
Yep. Nice and tall and thin.
Yep.
So it makes it nice to slide along the side of a bag.
they're kind of thick, double
I was about to say, for something about them and 10 Cup that we did, both of their glasses just seem really thick,
robust.
Like I could smack it up against a rock and probably crack it, but not shatter.
This actually, I think you would have a hard time trying to break. Yeah.
Exactly.
But whereas other bottles, you could drop them and break them.
Yep.
Real quick, pick up that bottle and read the bottom part of it in like underneath the logo that's like embroised.
Park City,
Utah. Okay, so now there we know. Now we know
solves the
that's
problem.
where it's from.
Away from the Mormons.
Yeah.
Non-chilled
No, it's still
filter.
very Mormon.
Okay.
No coloring or flavoring added. Good to know.
Good.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Curious as to why you felt like you had to put that on
Well,
there.
it is a blended 2-year, so you might worry. You might worry about that.
Well, I read that wrong. It's 46%.
Oh, 46%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was a little off.
Okay,
on
so it's
that.
92 proof. Yeah.
So that's good. Good for them. Good for them because and that's good. It tastes good. It tastes like 92%.
Yeah.
92.
I thought it
Tasted
when it was
the way
for
it
80
looked
proof.
down here.
I know,
Look,
me too.
it's so small. It was like this, and I tried looking down. You see that, Nick? It looks like 40, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's 40. No, it's 46. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I've always liked High West. I don't think I've ever had a bottle of I didn't. Well, I think the Midwinter's Night Dram is good, but is it a little overrated? Because it's so hard to get and so expensive. I think it's just a little bit overrated. It's good. Don't get me
really
wrong.
good.
But people pay an ungodly amount for that. And it's just not that good. You know what I mean? But I digress. I mean, it's not bad, though. It's very good.
You know what? I am kind of upset that they were done with Yippee-Ki-Yay, but they kept Midwinter Night's Dram around.
I would have gone the other way around.
Me too.
Yeah.
Same here.
And the talking about, just the aesthetic and overall look and marketing, but the bottle of Yippee-Ki-Yay is really a cool looking bottle.
Yeah.
Like they did that. They nailed it. They just nailed it. It's good. And I think, I think we had that one time. We were eating tacos, some good ones. And I think we were drinking that and eating tacos. And I was like, this is such a pairing. So good. Like, because again, I just equate that bottle to like, the Alamo and like that kind of West, like almost like on the border of Mexico, kind of a West. You know what I mean? Like San Antonio and a lot of people probably wouldn't equate the two together, but I just feel like it's that kind of a thing. So it almost goes with that kind of vibe, that food and the desert and the, like barbacoa and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is interesting that we go that way with this bottle because it's a Utah bottle, so it means it's a mountain bottle.
Yeah, it's really
It's not
not.
a
It has
desert
nothing to do
model.
with the
but
that
it
far
just kind of
southwest.
gives you that feel.
Gives
that
you a
it's more
Southwest
deserty.
vibe, yeah.
Mhm.
And even the old West was not like super like it was West, but it wasn't like Southwest. You know what I mean? Unless you were like fleeing fleeing the law and you were going down to old Mexico. You know what I mean? But I get that. I get the it's like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett and saving the Alamo and swigging a bottle of High West, you know?
Right.
I like that. I like that vibe. There's not a whole lot of things that give off that vibe.
No,
There's really not.
Even things that go after that vibe don't really
no, they usually fall short.
they fall short. Yeah. Yeah, this is good.
This one does not fall short.
Doesn't fall short. For their basic offering, it's just so great. And it goes great with any camping.
Now, would $38 be too much?
No.
No, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I think
With inflation,
sub 40, I think
sub
is really
40.
what you're looking for. So this is a higher end version, but it's it's still within camping realm.
You got to think 10 years ago, this was easily $30. No more. So that it's just inflation that's made it gone up. So $40 is 40 and under is fantastic for camping, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it goes along with it. But
how does the pipe go along with it?
what do you think, Steve?
I'm liking it. I think that for me, I don't know if either one is adding to the other or if they're just kind of paired nicely that they complement each other. I don't know that one is helping the other necessarily. I think they're two separate that I think is maybe improved by the combo.
Okay.
But neither one I feel like is overshadowing the other one.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
I do agree.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, I think you'd have one without the other just fine. I think they're playing very well together.
Yeah.
They're not dependent on each other. Like with we get with other pairings. It's almost like the side, like if you were to have coleslaw as a side with something, you don't need one or the other, but it goes well together. Beans and like a side of beans and tacos, like that kind of a thing, or whatever whatever you want to come up with.
They're good for each other, but they're also good by
they're also
themselves.
good independently. Yeah.
Okay.
But I will say for the tobacco itself, after not having smoked it for a while, flavor is so good. It's so interesting. It's so unique. It's great. I think it's for me, I'm having a little hard time keeping it lit, but I think it's because we just popped the 10. And sometimes this stuff, especially with the addition of the honey and the everything else, maybe it's a little moist. Maybe a little bit.
Could be.
But that being said, when it is lit, it's burning really well. It's just not staying lit. And it's, for something like this type of tobacco to be that white of an ash, that's pretty interesting. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's burnt.
For
Like
something
it's
that's not
burning
burning-
completely.
Yeah.
For sure.
For not wanting to stay lit, it's burning like it's staying lit. You know what I mean? But you really do get a lot of those. I get a lot of that
I get a lot of the
elderflower.
tequila, and yeah.
What you smell out of the tin is actually what you taste,
Yeah.
and which is you don't normally get that.
No.
That's very cool.
Now, is this a tobacco you take camping?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would.
Really?
Yeah.
So this wouldn't be
But again,
aromatic
I think
kind
for
of
me,
feel?
like I would take this more on the like what we've been talking about. I don't
Like
know if
a West kind of
I don't
camping?
think. But then again, I don't think I'd really want to go camping with it. But I wouldn't want to go when it's like super humid and buggy.
It's
This
a
would
fall.
be terrible for humid and buggy. But this is a dry camping experience. This is maybe fall, maybe more chilly.
Yeah.
Like if you weren't worried about bugs and heat, this would be fantastic. Perfect. Because again, it's not an aromatic. It's not clawing. It's not like I don't think the room note's probably overly sweet, but it does give you just a little bit more than a standard like whatever. You know what I mean? It's very close to an aromatic without being an aromatic.
Yeah.
It's like a finished. I mean, it's the difference between it would be like an aromatic would be like a liqueur, and this would be more like a finished whiskey.
Okay.
It's got some flavors in there that are not like normal to whiskey.
Right.
Like it maybe a little sweet flavors, but they're finished. So it's so small and minute. It's just playing with it. But it's not like a liqueur. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, then perfect.
Well, perfect.
Well, then perfect. Yeah. I think it's a great bottle for camping. Great pipe for fall camping. And yeah, good times all the way around.
Good times all around. Great vibes.
Great vibes. All right, till next time.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you want more great content and other perks, be sure to support the show by clicking the link in the show notes. We can be reached on our website, whiskeychaserspod.com, with any ideas for the show. Thanks again.